Hello guys, it's your boy T. I'm back at it again for another brief episode here of Passport Ready Vibes. Well, guys, you know I was just recently in Cartagena, Colombia. I just got back and I am on my way home. But I wanted to basically check in with you guys and just share a experience that I had while I was there in Cartagena. The other day, me and Cecilia, we were on our way to visit the Tacoma volcano, and we took a local taxi. And as we were on this major highway heading there, we ran into a road that was really bumpy. So our taxi driver, just out of nowhere, he decided to make a detour. And he made the detour through a Colombian neighborhood, which is what I'm about to show you guys. I wasn't sure if I was going to show you guys or not, but as I'm driving home, I'm still reflecting, and it made me think about it. So, this detour through this neighborhood, it really opened my eyes. It really made me reflect on my life. And ultimately, in a nutshell, it made me realize, for those that know me, know that I grew up in the projects here in Pensacola, Florida. I consider quote unquote poor. But when you're young, you don't realize you're poor until someone actually points it out. And many times it's by, being teased or bullied, whether, talking about your shoes, talking about your pants, your shirts, you don't got no name brand, you're wearing Bobos, you're wearing Woofies, things of that nature. And you guys know kids can be pretty cruel. But for me growing up, I had tough skin. So you joke on me, I usually joke back on you. Because growing up, I was pretty much a class clown myself. But nevertheless, we didn't realize we were poor, like I said, until somebody pointed it out. Because we had 3 square meals a day, snacks, maybe it was government assisted, but we had it. And we didn't realize that we didn't really have a whole lot until we got older, or like I said, somebody pointed it out. But nevertheless, the whole reason that it made me reflect was as I'm going through the neighborhood, I'm looking at these houses. It's a couple people sitting on a porch. I see open windows, open doors. And I'm just thinking, man, I didn't have it as bad growing up as I thought I did. Because my living situation was a whole lot better than this. And I'm not saying this to, look down on these people or, think bad of them. In no way am I saying that, or is this the purpose of the video? But it made me realize, it made me reflect on, man, I'm actually really blessed. I mean, I'm blessed beyond measures, with the way I grew up, and to having had, to now to have had and still have the opportunity to travel. I can pretty much travel or go anywhere I want to go because I am financially in a position in my life where I can pretty much travel at will, when and where I want to go. And I know a lot of people that can. So when I compare that to how I grew up, man, I'm blessed. So one of the things that I enjoy doing when I travel out the country is I enjoy going to, like, the lower income neighborhoods, interacting with the locals, enjoy giving back. You know, always take a couple extra dollars with me, and at least one day during my vacation, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna interact either with some local kids or with some local people, and I'm just gonna give. You know, I like, meeting the little kids, and I buy them some cookies, some soda, some candy, chips. If not, I'll just give them a few couple dollars or pesos, or whatever the money is. An example. I was on a ATV ride. I was in the Dominican Republic, and we were deep in the mountains. Me, my sister, my nephew. We were all on ATVs, and we were deep, high up in the mountains. And I wasn't really expecting to get up there and see like people actually living up there. And it was people living in these little shack houses, and when I'm looking at it, I can see there's no AC, there's no electricity, and then I see several people coming outside to use the bathroom outside. So I'm looking at these situations, and all this makes me reflect on my life. So this one particular trip we was on, as I'm driving by, I see this lady. It looks like she's sitting in her living room. Her door's open. And I stop and I wave at her, hola, and she says hola back to me. Then I tell her to come here. So she comes out. I reach in my pocket and I give her 2,000 pesos. And now 2,000 pesos is about $40 when you convert it. But guys, I'm telling you, the joy, the excitement that was on this lady's face, and she went to speaking in Spanish. I didn't understand anything she said, but what I could understand is from her expression, her body language, is that she was very thankful, she was very grateful, and I could see that it brought tears to her eyes, and it was tears of, joy, tears of, thankfulness. And for me, it made me happy. It brought me joy. And it does the same thing when I interact with the kids. And, I get 7, 10, 12 kids, and I'm buying sodas, I'm buying cookies and chips. And, I don't know if, when the last time they had a soda, cookies or chips. But in that moment, these kids are happy. And, even if it's just for that moment. And I just like being a part of that. I've always had a giving heart, a giving spirit. And, I thank God that he made me this way, So let me quit rambling on. I want to share this detour with you guys, and I hope that in some way it makes you reflect as it made me reflect. And one of the things that I love about traveling, particularly when I get to encounter situation like where I encounter, the less fortunate, it gives me an opportunity to remain humble, to be grateful for what I have, to be grateful for the opportunities, to be thankful for life, to be thankful for just being able to engage and meet people and experience, different cultures. And I just hope that as you guys watch this video, in your own way, I just hope it makes you reflect that, man, as bad as we may think that we have it, there's people out there who have it a whole lot worse. So I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little, brief video. Until the next time, I'll be going out the country here real soon again, and I'll bring in more content. But this is just one of these moments where I wanted to, express how it made me reflect. Peace. All right, guys, I am back again, and we are on our way to the volcano, so we can go visit the volcano mud pit. So this is one of the main attractions here in Cartagena. So just to give you guys a tip, if you ever decide to come out here and do this, one way you could save money is by actually just going in a taxi, and then you pay for the service when you get there. The service is like 20,000 pesos, which is basically like $5 to get in. So for me and her, it's basically $10, and then the taxi drive over there is like I'm trying to be about $50. So the complete trip for both of us and entry to the park, total price is gonna be like $60. However, if you book it through one of these excursion outlets, it normally goes for about $75, $80 per person. So if you think on the low end, that's $140. On the high end, about $180. So roughly, doing it this way, we're saving between $80 to $120. So same experience, same place, and we going on a private taxi versus being in a group with a bunch of people. So there's always a benefit to doing things solo versus in a group. And I've been traveling enough to know that that's basically how you go about doing it. An example was when I went to Medellin, Colombia, and we did the Pablo Escobar tour with me and Anthony and like 2 other guys. We all basically just rented a taxi, and the taxis are like dirt cheap. And this guy took us at least 25 miles, and it was like $8. And he took us all around. He took us there and back, and I think the total taxi ride maybe was between $8 and $12. And he waited on us and everything. And even during the tour, he had the meter going. But like I said, it's so cheap. We literally paid about $12 total. And let's just say $20, right? But it was 4 of us. So that was $5 a piece. And I know this tour was going for like $100, $125 a person. And we literally spent about $5 because the grave site was free. And then we got there, and there was about 3 people was doing the tour, so we just stood by them and listened to everything he was saying, so we got all the information. inside. So many times these places, when they have it booked because you don't know any better, they take advantage of you. A perfect example of this was when we went to Thailand. We went to Thailand. The guy was like, "Oh, you guys can ride the elephant. You can see the monkeys, the tiger, and you can also ride the floating market." So we was thinking, man.
Yeah.
Wait, everybody had on.
We got in the back. They had a separate entry for like the locals versus the foreigners. And man, the local price was like $15 for all this stuff that I'm telling you guys about. And man, we was like, cause we looking at it in like the bot. It's like, man, somebody whip out their calculator and then do the conversion. Man, it was like $15. So they got us nevertheless on that one. Because for the price of what the four of us spent, we all could have got it. You know, at the local price for like $60. And it wasn't like they wouldn't have gave us the local price. It's just that they took us, the taxi purposely took us to like the foreign entry point. And he sold us too. Now that I look back on it, I could see the con in his face. But you know, you live and learn. Ultimately, when you're doing excursions, it was still a good deal. It was a great experience. You know, I get to ride an elephant through the jungle. I did a float market, and we went through like a city that was on water, basically built around water, and all the roads was waterways. So it was like a pretty cool experience. So I wasn't mad at my $90 at all. But with them $15, yeah, I would have liked that much better. So anyway, guys, that's my little story, a little tip for when you're traveling. If you can avoid excursion groups and catch your taxi there and just pay the local entry fee, you'll save a whole lot of money. But we're gonna sit back and chill for the next 20-25 minutes. We got a nice little ride over there. So when we get there, I'll be tuning back in, showing you guys what it look like. Till then, holla. CC.
Una de las fiestas más grandes que hay hecho en Cartagena es ahí. La hicieron ahí. Eso es una cabaña que está allá. No se colocaba acá y se veía así ese poco de luces así. Como eso de electrónica que hacen así como en los Estados Unidos, así.
Sí, eléctrico.
Exacto, así.
Alright guys, we're in a neighborhood here in Colombia. Let you guys see what the neighborhood look like and the houses. Let's take a good look.
Y el transporte de aquí, por ejemplo, como por decir un taxi,
This is what the houses look like.
motocarros.
Yeah.
Así como.
Mototaxi.
No, motocarro es como.
Ah, ya, que tienen la casita.
Ese es el transporte así como si fuera un taxi, esas cosas.
The little local store, and these are the little houses.
Se viene siendo como ese que está ahí.
We talking about how we live in the U.S. You guys to get a good look. So we're actually on our way to the volcano, so we can go visit the mud pits. But this is just giving you an idea of what a Colombian regular neighborhood looks like.
Eso ahí se ha cerrado porque eso ahí estaba más allí. Es como una ciénaga, ahí cogen lo que se llama Boca Chico. Y esas canoas muy poco se ven en Cartagena. Óigalo. Aquí también vive mucha gente humilde, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah, we're way off the beaten trail. We're really taking in the experience. It looks like. That was very interesting. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous. We back on the regular road. Man, when you see stuff like this, it makes you realize how really blessed you are. Man. I grew up in the projects. My projects was 10 times. That was like luxury compared to what we just went through. Oh my gosh. Hey. As Cecilia would say, it's the life. It's the what?
It's the life.
It's the life. Alright guys, we're almost there, so we'll be tuning back in here shortly. Should be good for us.